Hello, folks. Your host, Lord Valderox here, and we're back again with Fate Grand Order, Fate Accel event, Part 2, I guess if you can call it that. This time the volume is restored. I don't know what happened earlier, but fixed it, so that's what's important. As far as my setup is concerned, I don't think the first quest provides anything, as far as I can tell anyways. I say that, but it's one of those things that you had to go in with some level of research, and even then... The first one, yeah, I believe you tackled... It's the residential area. I'm gonna edit this party. Don't really need it right now. From the looks of things, you'll be getting assassin coins. So... same as before, you load up on, if I believe it's correct, want to load up on casters. Is it casters that will increase the amount? So I want to make sure this is correct, because it's one of those things where if you start farming right now, yes, you want to put casters on your team, so to make that even easier, and I guess to increase the amount as well. If you have your waiver, put him on there. And then, so forth and so on, just the servants in the background. And then as far as the craft essences are concerned, yeah, I think you need a Salgea scroll to increase the drop rate of the coins, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, just to be sure, I think I only ended up getting one. So, even if I want to press my luck on that craft essence, I don't think I'll be getting much out of it. Not now anyways, unless of course I decide to do front point summons, and even then... No, I was fortunate for that too. It's fine, I won't need the kaleidoscope. Not now at the very least. It's one of those things where you go along with this type of thing. Casters, nothing but casters. I should have raised them. There's a lot of servants that should be raised, not raised, unfortunately. I think he's the only caster as far as I'm concerned. Oh, an Iris Field, but again, I don't have Iris Field yet. So, with that being said, the rest can be a whole bunch of other casters. Or any casters in general. Just strong casters, I guess. Any strong casters. And it's one of those things where I'll take the liberty right now, like, again. I guess Tomo can keep that. And, again, Hercules is always going to be there for his bond points. He's getting there. The only other servant that I want to put up here, maybe, is just Joan of Arc Altar, because I haven't been raising her bond level with her. And again, the usual craft essence. You want bond XP, right? That's it. I mean, I could give them more craft essences, but that'll be it. So we're starting. And there's a lot of loading. Apologies, folks. The only reason I think it's loading is because I think it might be just my internet. Act 1. The man who knew Fuyuki? So this is Fuyuki before he was in flames. Woo-hoo! Oh damn, I'm gonna choke right there. Looks peaceful. Is it rare for you? Oh no, I've seen the scenery of modern Japan during the incident of Gaoheim already. There's not much difference. But to think in 10 years catastrophe would visit a quiet town like this. You shouldn't be too sentimental. We exist in a world where everything's been incinerated, not just this town. You're right, but... My apologies, I could have worded it better. Yes, normal life is hard to come by, but don't get obsessed over it. Fearing the inevitable tragedy like the catastrophe of war would only slow you down. Because we fight as we are confronted with the destruction of mankind's past and future. What I meant was we should keep that in mind and prepare ourselves for any situation. Take this instance for example. You probably think there won't be any threat in a peaceful residential district at a time where everybody is asleep, correct? That's right. To be honest, I find it hard to believe this place was the site for a Holy Grail war. That perception is too naive. In a fight between mages, first you must question everything you see. For example, Q Main Dun G 8 Gates Golden Locks Formation. I think that's a noble phantasm. Get it! Assassin servant? Was that presence concealment? But even so, that was way too concealed. Damn you! How is that possible? Are you asking how it is possible for me to see through your presence concealment? Well, I couldn't. However, I do know from my investigation that the assassin in the Fourth Grail War could split into multiple entities and monitor the entirety of Fuyuki. I knew you would get caught in your surveillance network, seeing how flashy ratios can be, and it's only natural for you to come scouting. Now that you're in my Stone Centennial maze, there's no point in your using presence concealment. Now, Valrox, it's time to put up a fight. I'll explain everything later. Wow, well. Color me impressed, huh? Color me impressed, is all I can say. My advice right now for the event is at least try to get the Salgea scrolls. Either through regular summon or through the friend point summon. But friend point summon, again, it's one of those things where you have to really be pushing your luck, and even then, can't be expecting a lot either. Doesn't really matter, huh? I'm not afraid of you, son. Oh, isn't that fun? It's just the one battle, so we're done. I like how they have the Fate Zero music. Really, that song? Well, I won't question it, I guess. And the first of many rewards, plus 9. I like that number. Enemy servant eliminated. The battle is over. That was pretty weak for a servant. That was just one of the many assassins. Have you seen? That assassin has the ability to split and manifest multiple bodies. That's why the fight is not over yet. We must prepare for the next encounter. You mean a single heroic spirit has the ability to manifest as a group? Not only is it fearsome ability to use an espionage, unless one has an anti-arming noble phantasm, it means that assassin can overwhelm any opponent with sheer members alone. But not that I've mastered Q Meng Dunjia. They'll just end up as my prey. They'd have to keep the entire Fuyuki area under surveillance for the time being. That said, they can't exactly ignore us either. Assassin will most likely keep sending people to attack us. As a result, they have broken the golden rule of military strategy by continuously investing their combat personnel without reserve. How very sad indeed. Well, I have to fight them one after another, but they shouldn't pose too much of a threat. Just take them out the minute you lay eyes on them. Now then, there's no time to waste. Onward, I say. Onward. Huh? But... aren't you going to give us an explanation now? Apologies, but it will have to wait. I'm not trying to be pompous. It's just we're in a race against time. Well, don't make that face. I'll explain as many things as I can on our way, starting with the most vital matters. I may or may not decide to use my apples. Since we're getting more, I'm go ahead and use them for the duration of some couple of videos. Or maybe all of them, I guess, for that matter. Oh, we got another self-scale scroll. Don't bother with the explanations. And that quest looks like it'll remain there. Oh!
実技課題としてはやや過酷すぎるかもしれんが、君より未熟な魔術師が無事生還した例もある。安心したまえ。それでは新しい課題だ。次は少々難題だぞ。
Yeah, I know, we know. So it looks like we get an apple to start with, so that's even better. It just means, well...
よろしい。それでは採点だ。
It goes without saying we're gonna have to collect these craft essences 3, 4. I don't like that we only get 4. They actually expect us to actually get chance to drop those. And a 3-star craft essence. We have to acquire these too, like... So annoying. Really annoying. So very annoying. More and more farming each and every time. I don't need everything here. Maybe just the pages. Definitely the pages, so... Oh man, looks like my hands are tied. Same with the gears. I'll probably leave the Warhorse Younghorn. I have some of those. And XP cards as always. Mana prisms are always nice. Same with the Fowls. And QP all day. Can't get enough of these QPs. So let's continue.
レポートの提出か。ああ、そこに置いといてくれたまえ。
It looks like for the most part... Huh. Whoa. I praise your efforts, Kazuna. You're actually trying. Actually, if anything, you know what? This reminds me. Take the liberty of putting the support, and from the looks of things, if you're looking, well, I don't know where you guys are looking for your information, but... Do we need... Well, the ideal craft essences are the ones where it's his rightful place, and along with another 5-star craft essence. But again, it's one of those event limited, so we have to work with what we got. In any case, though, I'll be well, I only had 3, so that means, and if anything, it'll have to be the servants that are being in use. So, with that being said, again, if people want to use them, they don't have to. Can, but you don't have to. And I don't think my little Alexander isn't all that high either. There. If I recall correctly, let's see. We need Altria, Guile, so Artoria, and then Mashkrilite. I know I passed her up. There she is. And for Archer, you need Gilgamesh or Child Gil. So there you go, Gilgamesh. For Lancer, Diarmid. I regret to say that my Diarmid isn't that strong. Unfortunately, Rider is, well, I guess I can put him on there, but it's not like he'll do much. And yeah, we'll leave it like that. Now I just gotta equip the stronger ones with that particular craft essence. Man, I'm being played for a fool here. Newer craft essences are always at the top. So what was I going down there? I don't know. Again, I could put the other ones, but Who needs invulnerability? You know what? Lancelot needs invulnerability. We'll give him Volum Dragon. And then I guess the other one can go to Gil, the Selkios girl. And let's see. I guess we can leave it like that. For right now, anyways. Oh, actually, no. That's not good. Saber, I'll give her the Kaleidoscope for now. For now, like I said. And I should really change up matches. You know, what was it? Where was it? Oh, damn it. We'll give her that for the time being. Something at least the war can benefit with. Again, a lot of strategizing, a lot of changing around. We're still facing assassins. Actually, how much AP was that? 10 AP. Well, Kazuna, it looks like... Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone else is really trying to help out. I know it shouldn't be hard on anyone, but... then again, no one's really going to be rolling. Some people are actually taking the effort. Actually, I take that back. Everyone's putting the saber on there. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. Giles. Some of you people are dedicated. We're facing assassins, so we need a caster. Again, it's not that I need the help, but I'm forced to use one. Might as well use the one with the Self-Gaia scroll. It looks like there's a total of 100 missions. Oh man. It's Kara no Kyokai all over again. With the exception though that... I'll try to keep these videos short. At the very least, instead of going up to an hour, I'll probably make it 30 minutes each. Or close to 30 minutes. Am I scared of those assassins? No. Zide the base. Probably should have swapped that out. Dude, that resilient pisses me off just a little bit. Now what? Just kill him. Just destroy everything. And again, it's just the one battle. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, that's nice. CE XP card. Okay, so it's one of those XP cards. Huh. Okay. Unlocks after completing mission number 18. Number 2. Yes, folks. Sorry for that.
君より未熟な魔術師が 無事生還した例もある。
So just gotta keep on defeating Hassans, huh? Gotta keep on defeating Hassans. My word, folks. Yeah, gotta keep getting the assassins, huh? Complete 10 missions. Complete all missions, just for one lore. Prefer the previous event where I was able to get at least, what was it, 2-3 lores? Unlock with 3 assassin masks. Let's see. I kinda get it, kinda don't.
取得単位を間違えていないだろうな。たまにいるんだ。そういう迂闊な生徒が。科目はきちんと確認しておくんだぞ。
Let's see. So you get one right there. Kinda get it, I guess. So I just gotta keep farming here then. Or just at least once. Dr. Dolan, did you end up getting the Mr. Mephisto? Again, I won't judge. I shouldn't judge. Everyone picks whoever they wanted in there. My word, though. My word. No one else has event craft essences? Then again, it's like I said, I can't really expect everyone to be rolling. Especially since this event just got out, and not everyone has a craft essence going about. Whoa, Mafu, someone really loves their Guiles, and looks like someone rolled their Avenger. I should probably try it too. Not right now, though. Mafu, it looks like you're going all around. I commend that. I really do. Well, no one seems to be equipping craft essence, so for that matter, again, like I said, be too nitpicky about it. This is gonna turn into one of those lengthy videos. Here we go, Kazuna. Thank you, sir. I'll be seeing a lot of you tonight, would be the wording. Going through the same process over and over and over again. Better kill him. What is this disgrace? Like, Tomo, you had your chance. Now Waver's gonna finish the job. Excuse me. Not fun at all. Kind of curious to acquire the gems, just so that I can unlock that one mission that's hiding behind door number 1, just to see what I can get. And I will. Why didn't it take me there? Well, okay, I guess I'll progress. More of those. Can't keep on refreshing forever, I know that. It's not very entertaining. So I'll have to go off the map. Again, it's not like I need the support, so anyone will do. It's just that I try to give friend points here and there whenever I can. Especially now since at least scoring Angram on you. Then again, I'm pretty sure he's permanently added to friend points summon. I don't think he'll be leaving us anytime soon. Like I said, I'll keep the video short. Oh, what makes it so impressive, huh? Tell me when you have redeemed yourself, you can kill it. +9. Well, even if I wanted to, I cannot request. And did that get me anywhere? Hopefully somewhere.
実技課題としては、それでは新しい課題だ。次は少々難題だぞ。次は教室が変わるぞ。遅刻しないようにな。
This is becoming a drag. Heh, same course, huh? More rolling. You know, those coins aren't really being used anything besides the event stuff. Sorry, Waver, gotta silence you for a bit. I think for the, like I said, it's better to concentrate on getting his rightful place. Because it increases seal drop amount. Seal drop amount increases further for all classes after max limit break. Well, actually, no. Currently invited now is right now gain 3 critical stars per turn, increase MP engaged by 30% at the start of the battle, increases seal drops for all classes by 2. So, that's a good craft as all around us, along with the Salgeo scroll. So, if anything, I'll save up my assassin coins. If it allows me, of course. Now we're facing a saber, so you need your archers. Filter. Gilgamesh. Oh my god, my little kid Gils. And just to mess with Gil. Actually, no, that's a waste to put Emiya there, I'm sorry. There's gotta be another archer that's not quite up there yet. I like Atalanta there. Okay, since I'm fighting, might as well fight with a full strong kaleidoscope. To be honest, the Holy Grail War in Fuyuki is basically a scam. The whole battle royale for the chance to grant your wish format is just an outright lie to lure in participants. A lie? That's terrible. Tricking someone by telling them their wishes will be granted. That's criminal. It absolutely is. These Holy Grail Wars, were a widespread thing in a different world, I'd bet there'd be a lot of lawsuits being filed over them. That being said, in this world, that is, in my world, that didn't happen. That's because Holy Grail Wars only took place here. It was an insidious trap, one that, with the defeat of each participating servant, means an unprecedented disaster draws closer. When the required numbers of summoned servants have been sacrificed, all the evils of the world, Angramania, will activate. That's a pretty dangerous sounding name. You don't need to know everything, just consider it something like a bomb that could destroy the world. It has more than enough power to wipe out the entirety of human history up to that point. Singularity F, the first foundation, you have all restored. I see that as the likely state of Fuyuki after the conclusion of the Fifth Holy Grail War. The first point to fall as the world crumbled, all because a ritual that should have never been carried out was indeed completed. But why would someone set a trap like that? Who would do that? This ritual started off with a very different purpose and became what is through a ridiculous man-made disaster. That disaster is a past event even in this timeline. At any rate, the problem is that the paradox Shiva detected in this era is like a Holy Grail War. I see the Holy Grail War is already here. Wait, hold on. Oh wait, that was Dr. Roman. I see, if the Holy Grail War is already here. Yes, if the Holy Grail is already manifested, this city should be in flames right now. But at a glance, that's not really the case. So the Holy Grail War detected by Chaldea is likely something different from Fuyuki's Grail, corrupted by Angramania. If I recall, this fourth Holy Grail War is still in its early stages now. Tonight is when everything moves into motion. We can use that. I see. So that's why you've been so conscious of the time today. That's right. Right now it's critical that we stay ahead of events. This harbor district will be the key. What's going to happen here? It seems we have to end our chit-chat before I get to explain that. The events had cut up to us. You there, may I ask who you are? It seems you are also participants in the Holy Grail War, seeing how you have servants with you. Irie, something is strange. I no longer detect the presence of Lancer who invited us here. Is this another Heroine X incident? Let's not go there for now, Senpai. This time we're being serious here. Serious here. That is one of the 7 heroic spirits summoned into the 4th Holy Grail War. Class Saver, Ultra Pendragon. That being the case, sorry, but we will be your opponent now instead of Lancer. Iris von Einspoon. What? You? How do you know my true name? This is no ordinary opponent. Be careful, Saber. Okay, Valderox, time for round 2. This opponent is quite powerful. She's on an entirely different level from Assassin. I realize I'm shoving you into a rather difficult fight, but unfortunately I need to put one more restriction on you. I'm sorry, but don't defeat Saber here. Only push far enough to make her retreat. And how do you propose we do that? Man, oh man. I already told you we're pressed for time. I'll explain everything later. Now go on and do your best. Pooh! Pooh! That's a tall order, I'll say that much, indeed. I can't help but agree even more. Hey, Kettle, the pot's calling. And I'll have to cut the video short after this battle. We're pushing it past the 30-minute marks as it is. Oh. Apologies again. Oh, poor little Saber. If anything, she'll probably easily be defeated by this. We can Kid Gil. If only she knew. Only she knew.
いいだろう。狩りの時だ。分かった。よし。
And that's all that will be needed.
二大神に立てまつる。ホイボスカタストープ。
Yeah, she's dead.
君臨するとはこういうことよ。
Calm down, Gil. The enemy saber has been drawn from battle. We don't need to go after her? Leave her be. The next one is whom we should go after. The next one? I've been keeping the servant who was supposed to fight Saber in my Q and do G formation, but it's about time. Who are you? Was that strange stone maze your doing? What happened to Saber? Actually, I've been debating if I should give him his Warrior of Light voice. For those of you that know about his voice actor, he also voices, I think, the Warrior of Light in Dissidia Duodecim, or Dissidia as you know too. So it would be something like this: Fade to Fade to the light. Chivalry. Something like that. Not to bust his chops or anything of the sort. And here I'm giving myself a hard time. A hard time indeed. Anyways though, just continuing on I guess. Who are you? Was that strange stone maze your doing? What happened to Saber? I guess I have to go with that. Something really came out. Calm yourself. First, we are the Knights of Fianna. We are not Ultrabald's enemies. What? You know my true name? We seem to be faced with a formidable opponent. How did you know that I was Lancer's master? Where is that voice coming from? He shielded himself with Matrave. The servant's master is hiding somewhere close by. Lord Kenneth, we have hastened to join your side and stand in support of you. For certain reasons I cannot divulge my name, so let me give the name of Lady Rhines as my guarantor for the time being. Rhines, my niece, I demand to know what is going on here. Though I would not hesitate to provide an explanation at the present time, I would beg your forbearance until tomorrow. However, allow me to say just one thing in advance. I can tell you the current location of Castor. Castor? How do you know that? Tomorrow at noon, I will prove the truth of my words. I will show you a new one values lies in listening to our story. Then we will pay a visit to your penthouse suite in the Fuyukinyu Tower at 10 p.m. tomorrow night. So for tonight, wouldn't you allow us to go? Oh, so you even know my address, do you? Very well, I don't dislike a smart man like yourself. All the more if you're a mage with a sense of gratitude, but that faint trace of a working-class accent in your English. What a shame. But very well, I shall accept your proposal. Having observed you handled Saber earlier, we will depart here in peace. I will neither flee nor hide myself. I look forward to hearing just what it is you're planning. That's Lancer's master? Are you certain about this, master? Patience, Lancer. Yes, they are clearly a suspicious bunch, but when you know so little about what you face, it's best to wait and observe. Best to be cautious when starting a fight, got it? Understood. Then we'll be taking our leave. Come, let's get going, Balrox. Now then, we can finally take a moment to talk properly. How far did I get in my explanation earlier? You said that once this war ends, the world will be destroyed. Ah yes, that's right. Defeated servants are absorbed into the Greater Grail of Fuyuki as sacrifices to bring it to completion. But what happens then is not the granting of a wish, but the release of Anra Manu. From the start, this war was never meant to have a winner. What a cruel tale. After investing so much of yourself and even murdering fellow mages, your reward is the opposite of what you would wish. That's truly cruel. It certainly is. I imagine if I'd been the winner of the 5th Holy Grail War, I would have turned evil from despair. Forgive me, and to think I'm the one who's always saying sentimentality is pointless. In my experience, the Greater Grail activates in a limited capacity after the defeat of the 5th servant. However, that also means that if we can convince at least 3 servants to withdraw from the battlefield intact, then the ritual will end up eternally in limbo. The Holy Grail will remain incomplete, and we can simply secure its vessel, right? Oh! Understood. So this time we won't be fighting to defeat the other servants, but to protect them in a sense. Though it'd be best if we could resolve all this amicably. Right. We can't assume everyone will agree peacefully. Since we want the war to end in a stalemate, we need to first seek out and defeat the servants with whom such an agreement isn't impossible. Just when I thought you were a gentleman. Just when I thought reason would triumph. I'm aware of my own savagery. Let me say right now that I started off as cowardly, subservient boy. But the war strategist I housed in my body gets so worked up, I couldn't help but change. He is the Zhuge Liang. Truly, strategists in ancient China can get even more violent and ruthless than military generals. Now back to our conversation. Of the participants in the Holy Grail War, there are 2 servants we couldn't even try to spare, Caster and Archer. Without a shred of doubt, I can say those 2 would be incapable of reaching an understanding with us. So it'd be best to get them out of the way before they start engaging other servants. That brings us to Assassin. Their master is colluding with the one in possession of Archer. Since we plan to fight Archer, we'll eventually have to fight Assassin too, though they already marked us as opponent anyways. Oh, the one we fought right after we race shifted here. Next we have Berserker. Since his madness prevents us from reasoning with him directly, everything depends on his master. The key will be whether we can convince the master while he's still able to keep full control over Berserker without having to use command spells. That said, there's always a possibility the Berserker could go on a rampage himself, independent of his master's will. One vital thing I learned after the 4th war ended is that the one who summoned Berserker was in an extremely unstable condition, both physically and mentally. But I never did get to meet him myself. Well then, shall we put dueling with Berserker on hold for now? Though I can't help but feel it is risky, yes. Therefore, by process of elimination, we can conclude that our best chances to success lie with Saber, Lancer, and Rider. Ah, so that's why you prevented the clash on the docks between Saber and Lancer. Then that only leaves Rider's faction. Do you think they'll be likely to cooperate? Huh? Why are you falling quiet all of a sudden? Is there something worrying you? Yes, it all depends on how well I can get them to accept what I'll say to them. Oh boy. Well, that being said, we'll probably conclude the recording before it increases anymore. I'll stop for right now before the video increases any too long.